Hey, what's up students? It's Assad from 52 Cards here. In this video, I'll show you a really neat and quick prediction effect, which is quite impressive. So we'll start off by having the cards mixed just a little bit, maybe one or two shuffles. And I would turn to the spectator and ask him or her to just name any card in the pack. Now, it could be a completely random card, or it could be a card that means something special to them. Let's say, for example, they named the Two of Spades. Okay, so at this point, I would spread through the cards, and I would show them that all of the cards are in fact different, and that they could have named any card that they wanted. Okay, and at this point, I would remind them that before we even started, I placed a card right down here on the table, and the interesting thing is that this card just happens to be the Two of Spades. All right, let's talk about the handling for this effect. This is just a really fun trick to do. You can do it off the cuff anytime, and it's quite startling. There's quite a lot of methods out there for this. I'll show you two methods, or two kind of versions of this trick in this video. One is going to be a version that is completely impromptu, completely gimmickless. That's what I'll start out with. And then after that, I'll show you how you can make this trick even better, even cleaner, using a double backer. Okay, this is a gaffed card that comes in every mint deck, and you know, double backers come in a variety of other custom decks as well, and you can make really good use of it in the context of this trick. So I'll get to that in a second, but first let's talk about just the impromptu normal version of the trick. So you're going to start off by just casually placing any random card onto the table. Okay, you don't really bring too much attention to it, you just kind of do it without saying anything, and then you ask the spectator to name any card. Okay, now, well, first you should turn the cards face up and spread through, because you're gonna have to do that in a second again, so it's good to kind of condition them to you know, looking at the face of the cards like this. So turn the cards face up and just tell them to name any card at all. Okay, and you can use any kind of pattern that you want. You can make them ask for or think of, you know, a really special card, or just any card at all. When they name the card, then you basically have to locate it very quickly. And we're going to be using a technique known as the spread call to do this. Okay, now I've taught the spread call in the past. I'll link you up to it on the screen here and in the description box down below. But briefly, here's the idea. So let's say, for example, they named the Four of Diamonds. What you would need to do at this point is you're going to casually spread through the cards. And when you start spreading, you're going to angle the cards towards yourself. You don't really want them to be able to see. It helps if you kind of just angle it towards yourself. And you're going to try to locate the Four of Diamonds as quickly as possible. So I'm going to spread through, and there it is right there. What I'm going to do is, in the process of lowering the cards to show all of the faces to the spectator, that's when I call the Four of Diamonds underneath the spread. Okay, I'm not going to cover the call in detail in this video. I've already done that in the past. It's very similar to the way that I taught it before, but now you're just going to start in a position like this, with the faces of the cards away from the spectator. When you locate the card that you want to call, then you do it in the motion of bringing the cards down. So it's like the larger motion covers the smaller motion, and then you kind of just end in this position. Okay, so you spread through the cards. You say, you know, you could have named any one of these cards, and at this point, the card is already at the back of the deck. You've called it to the very back, and then you're going to flip the cards face down. You're going to get a little pinky break below that top card, the card that they thought of, and then you bring attention to the fact that, you know, you could say, like, I don't know if you know this, but I placed this card here, you know, before we even started this trick. And the interesting thing is that, and at this point, what you're going to do is you're going to pull that card. I normally place it side jogged first. I pull that card flush with the top of the deck, and then immediately afterwards, I do a 2-card pushover double lift. You can do any double lift you want. I just prefer the pushover method. I'll link you to that on the screen here and in the description box down below if you would like to learn it. But you're just going to pull that card back flush, and then you're going to do a double lift to show that the card that was on the table is supposedly the card that they just merely thought of. That's a powerful trick. Okay. Now, you can end the trick right there, or if you want, you can clean up, because right now you're not exactly in a 100% clean situation. You have a double on top of the deck. Okay, so if you want to clean up, you can do another move known as the KM move. So I'll link you to that on the screen here and in the description box down below. Basically, it's a method that allows you to secretly deposit the card behind the Four of Diamonds on top of the deck, and then you can cleanly show the Four of Diamonds as a single card. All right, so there's quite a few moves going on here, but you can simplify in a number of ways if you would like. So one way to simplify is using the double backer. Now, before I get into the double backer, let me give you one other idea. If you are still kind of new to the idea of culling cards and you're not, 100% practiced with that yet, because it is a bit of a challenging thing at first, and you need to be able to do it very confidently to pull off this trick. It's not absolutely necessary. So instead of doing a cull, you could just cut the card to the top of the deck in a very casual way. So let's say they named the 7 of diamonds or whatever. You're just casually going to spread through the cards till you see the 7 of diamonds. And what you want to do is just capture a pinky break below it. So in this case, it was close to the top of the deck. That's going to happen sometimes when you do this trick. When the card that they named is towards the top, it's a bit annoying, but it's not that big of a problem. You can still deal with it with enough practice. Once you spot the 7 of diamonds, I'm going to close up the spread, but I'm going to get a little pinky break beneath that 7. And then as I'm just talking, I can just casually cut the cards right there. And that takes the 7 diamonds to the very top of the deck, and then you continue on with the trick as you normally would. Okay. Another way to simplify this trick and to make it cleaner is, as I mentioned towards the beginning of the video, using a double backer. Okay. So in this case, I would start off with a double backer somewhere in the middle of the pack. And when I first start out the trick and casually just remove a card without really mentioning it, I'm removing the double backer. So I'm just going to spread through the cards, faces towards me. Again, you don't want to fan towards them because then they'll see a face down card. So you spread the cards out towards yourself, you spot the double backer, and you just casually place it down. You would continue with the rest of the trick as we previously talked about. And, so you call or you cut the card that they're thinking of to the top. And now it's nice because when you do this move, when you do the double lift, you don't need to do a cleanup afterwards. This is one of the main uses or one of the main benefits of a double backer is that it cleans up the handling of doubles quite a lot. Because now I can just come over, I still get my pinky break beneath the top card, I still pull the card flush. Now when I do a double lift, I can immediately push off a single card without doing any cleanup, and it's just such a fair way of presenting the card on the table as have being the card that they picked or that they thought of the entire time. Okay, and then you can just spread through the cards to finish off. So that's a neat little idea for you, a neat application for a double backer and a good application for the spread call and the double lift. It combines a few different things that we've already discussed on the channel into one quick, powerful prediction effect. So I hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.